Dear students, we are having our own language to communicate with others, to convey the feeling, or to share the knowledge, or to interact with one another. So in our language, we are having certain alphabets. The alphabets A, B, C, D up to Z, we can convert in the form of word and convey in the form of sentence. So it is easy to communicate with each other, with other people, to share our knowledge. But how the DNA communicates, how the gene communicate. So the DNA will also communicate by using its own language. It is having its own language. It contains a certain nucleotide base pairs. So we can see an unbranched polynucleotide chain. So it contains certain message in the form of genetic code. So it converts in the form of codon and convey in the form of peptide chain. Like our language, ABCD is converted into word, and word should be conveyed in the form of sentence. In the same way, the DNA is also having its own genetic code. Genetic code. So genetic code is the language of DNA. In the code word dictionary, of DNA, we can see certain genetic code. It is adenine A, guanine G, cytosine C, and thymine T in the form of nucleotide. Especially in RNA, we can see uracil as the nucleotide. So it is the genetic code. It is a genetic code and it is the language of gene, it is the language of DNA, it is in the form of code word, in the form of genetic code. In its dictionary, it contains the message in the form of genetic code. So these adenine, guanine, cytosine or uracil is converted in the form of codon. The genetic code is converted in the form of codon, like alphabets are converted to word. So how many codons are possible? How many codons are possible? U, C, A, G. U, C, A, G. Just we can take 3. The word or the codon is a unit of message. It is in the form of 3 triplet codon or 3 codon or triplet codon. U, C, A, G, U, C, A, G, U, C, A, G, U, C, A, G. Just you can pick a single codon from each group. U is a codon. C is a codon. C, A, G. 4 codons are possible in this combination. You can take one codon U, C, U is a codon. C is a codon. G. Another 4 codons are possible. UAU, UAG. Then you can take UGU is a codon, UGC, UGG. So totally 16 codons are possible in a single row. 16 codons are possible. We can take the second row. CUU, CUG. We can take CCU, CCA, CCG, CAU, CAC, CAA, CAG, CG, CGU, CGC, CGA, CGG. Another 16 codons are possible. Another 16 codons. So you can take the third row, AU, AUU, AUU, AUC, AUA, AUG, then AC, ACU, ACC, ACA, ACG, AAU, AAC, AAG. Then we take AG, AGU, AGC, AGA, AGG. The last one, GU, GUU, GUC, GUA, GUG, GC, GCU, GCC, GCA, GCG. You can take GA, GAU, GAC, GAA, GAG, GG, GGU, GGC, GGA, GGG. How many codons are possible? How many codons are possible? The triplet codon total is 64. 64 codons are possible. So you can make 64 codon by using only this code word, 4 code word, the genetic code. So convert the genetic code in the form of codon. Codon is a unit of message. Codon is a unit of message present over mRNA. When the double stranded DNA during transcription, double stranded DNA unwinded, the nucleotide inherent present over the double stranded DNA is transcribed to mRNA. That is transcribed to mRNA with the help of RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme. So this process of production of mRNA, the messenger RNA from the template strand of DNA, is called transcription. The process is called transcription. In the process of transcription, the nucleotide inherent is transferred to mRNA. So you can see different codon. So the codon which is complemented to DNA is inherited to mRNA. So you can say different codon. So the codon codes for an amino acid. So codon is a triplet. We call it as triplet codon. A unit of message. Codon is a unit of message. Codon is a unit of message present over mRNA during protein synthesis. During protein synthesis, it codes for an amino acid. It codes for an amino acid. If AUG is present, it codes for an amino acid called methionine. It codes for an amino acid methionine. If UUU is present, the codon UUU that codes for an amino acid phenylalanine. Amino acid phenylalanine. Each and every genetic code senses an amino acid during protein synthesis. The codon is having sensibility property. They are very specific, unambiguous. We can see a lot of characteristic feature of this genetic code. Just we can list the characteristic feature of genetic code or codon. The characteristic feature of genetic code or codon. What are the characteristic feature of this genetic code? So totally 64 codons are possible. 64 codons are possible. So you can convert the genetic code into codon, a unit of message. A 3 nucleotide together form a triplet codon that codes for an amino acid. Totally 64 codons are possible. 64 codons are possible. So out of these 64 codon, only 61 codon codes for 20 amino acids. In the body of living organism, we can see 20 different amino acids. The 20 amino acids are coded by different codons. 61 codon codes for 20 amino acids. What about other 3 codon? Other 3 codon does not code for any amino acid. That does not sense any amino acid. These 3 codons are called nonsense codon because they does not sense any amino acid. So it is called nonsense codon. Nonsense codon, or it's also called stop codon, that stops the protein synthesis. That's also called terminator codon. Very, very important character of genetic code. So characteristic feature or characteristics of genetic code or codon. So you can see large number of characteristic feature in genetic code. The first one, totally 64 codons are possible. Out of these 64 codons, 61 codon codes for 20 amino acids. Other 3 does not code for any amino acid, that does not senses any amino acid, so called nonsense codon. That's also called stop codon or terminator codon. So the second important character, the genetic codes are very specific, are unambiguous or specific in nature. They are very specific. So a particular genetic codon codes for an amino acid. Particular genetic codon codes for an amino acid that does not code for another amino acid. They are very specific in sensitivity of amino acid. For example, UUU that codes for phenylalanine. It does not code for leucine. For example, UUA that codes for leucine, an amino acid leucine. But UUU never codes for phenylalanine. They are very specific in coding action or in specificity in sensitivity of amino acids. So they are very specific in nature. But only 20 amino acids are present. These 20 amino acids are coded by 61 genetic code. 61 codon codes for 20 amino acids. That means a single codon or a single amino acid is coded by more than one genetic code. More than one genetic code codes for the same amino acid. So that is called redundancy of genetic code or degeneracy of genetic code. Degenerate codon. We can see the degenerate codon. Genetic codes are degenerate or redundant codon. For example, UUA codes for leucine. UUG also codes for leucine. CUU codes for leucine. CUC codes for leucine. CUA codes for leucine. CUG codes for leucine. The same leucine is coded by 6 different codon. Different codon codes for the same amino acid. So these are called degenerate codon or redundant codon. But when protein synthesis begins, you should not put any comma, any full stop, any punctuation mark. So the codons are continuous fashion. Codons should be read in a continuous manner. If AUG, UUU, CUC, CUA, we can see different codon in the sequence of mRNA. We can read in a continuous fashion. There is no comma, there is no full stop, there is no punctuations, there is no punctuation mark, punctuations. It should be read as a unit of 3, one after the other, till the end. AUG should not put any full stop, any comma. So a unit of 3 we can read one after the other till the end. So that is a continuous fashion. Genetic code should be read in a continuous fashion. There are commas, there is no full stop, there is no punctuations, there is no punctuation marker. So very important character, another very important character of genetic code that should be read as a unit of 3. There is no overlap. If you read a codon as AUG as a codon, you should not take the G once again to read GUU. You can read UUU as the next codon. So there should not be any overlapping. It should not be any overlapping. So there is no overlapping of genetic code. No overlapping of genetic code. There is no overlapping. It should not be overlap with another codon. So you can read as AUG. You can read the genetic code as a unit of 3, one after the other till the end. It should not be. There should not be any overlapping. So there is no overlapping. There is no overlapping of genetic code. So very important character. It should begin. Almost all protein synthesis, it should start with an initiator codon, AUG. AUG is an initiator codon that codes for an amino acid called methionine. Methionine is the amino acid. It is the start codon or initiator codon. There should be an initiator codon. Initiator codon to start the protein synthesis, to initiate the protein synthesis. Usually, in almost all cases, AUG is the initiator codon. AUG is the initiator codon that begins the protein synthesis, that starts the protein synthesis. Only if AUG is absent, GUG acts as a genetic codon. Only in certain bacteria, GUG acts as a genetic codon instead of AUG. In almost all cases, AUG is the initiator codon, that is the start codon that codes for the amino acid methionine. So AUG is having dual function. One, it acts as an initiator codon and begins or starts the protein synthesis. The second important function of this AUG that codes for an amino acid methionine, MET tRNA, the methionine, MET amino acid, MET. So methionine. So one more important character of genetic code. So this one is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh one. The protein synthesis, when it has been started, it should be stopped at a particular region. Where it stops? The nonsense codon. The stop codon. So the protein synthesis ends at a particular point, that is the terminator codon. Terminator codon or stop codon. We can see a stop codon or terminator codon that stops the protein synthesis. UAA, UAG, UGA. These three important stop codon. UAA, UAG, UGA. One codes for an amber, opal and orchid. So that is called one particular name, amber, opal and orchid. The stop codons are UAA, UAG, UGA. These three are important stop codons where it comes in the sequence of mRNA that stops the protein synthesis, that does not sense any amino acid, and the peptide chain cut off and gets separated, that stops the protein synthesis. So these 7 important characteristic feature of genetic code. The 64 genetic codons are possible. Out of 64, 61 codes for 20 amino acids. 3 are nonsense codon, stop codon. They are unambiguous, are very specific, particular genetic code. Triplet codon codes for an amino acid. For particular amino acid, it never codes with any other amino acid. That is specificity. Degenerate codon. Continuous fashion. When the protein synthesis begins, it should be read in a continuous fashion. There is no punctuation, there is no comma, there is no full stop. And it should not be overlapped. So there is no overlap. There must be an initiator codon. AUG is the initiator Besides this, another very important character, very important character of genetic code, they are universal property of genetic code is very important. What is this universal property of genetic code? Example, UUU is a genetic code that codes for phenylalanine, an amino acid, phenylalanine. The same UUU codes for phenylalanine in bacteria or in any other organism. How beautiful the architecture of this living world. The living world itself is so wonderful, so amazing. All these millions of species created by this only four word, adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Only the four genetic code creates the whole world. So that conveyed how we can communicate, how we can share our knowledge in the same way. The build-up of the body of living organism, thousands of living organisms, millions and billions of organism species, and the creation of trillions of variation. Trillions of variation is because of only the four word, the language of gene, the language of DNA. It can convert in the form of codon and convey in the form of sentence, that is in the form of amino acid sequence. Each codon codes for an amino acid that forms a long chain of amino acid. Long chain of amino acid, that is a protein chain, a polypeptide chain, that is a sentence. That is a sentence. This is the word. This is the alphabet. This is the word. This is a sentence. The peptide chain, the protein, the visible characteristic feature in living organism. What we can see, the functional aspect, the structural aspect, that is the protein. That is the peptide chain, polypeptide chain. So that is a sentence. So wonderfully, all these structures are conveyed by these four codon. They are universal. UUU codes for phenylalanine. The same UUU codes for phenylalanine in a bacteria or any other living organism. If you take a pig, a buffalo, a mango tree, a coconut, or a human beings, in all organisms, in the body of all organisms, we can see the same genetic code that codes for the same amino acid, but the building structure or the build-up, the architect, the design of the body is totally different. By using the same brick, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಜಲ್ಲಿಕಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಗುಡಿಸನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಅದೇ ಬ್ರಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ಜಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದೇ ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಅದೇ ಮರಳು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಬೇರೆ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಪಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಹಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೇಮ್ genetic code, same amino acid, but the architect is different. The design of the body is totally different. Okay, by using this knowledge, let me explain how the protein is synthesized, how the peptide chain is formed, the process of translation of protein synthesis. In the last video, we were discussed about the transcription process. We have to discuss the translation of protein synthesis. In the process of translation of protein synthesis, a specific DNA unwind, the specific part of the DNA, the portion of the DNA which sends the message in the form of mRNA, so that transcribes, and in the process of translation, that message is converted in the form of protein. The message is converted in the form of protein. Okay. Protein synthesis always begins with the first step of transcription, and that gets translated into protein. The DNA is a biomolecule which contains lot of information in the form of genetic code, in the form of codon. So the codon is formed after the formation of mRNA. Unwind. The double-stranded DNA unwind, open up, certain message is present in the DNA. The opened up DNA, the DNA strand is called template strand. This strand is called template strand. And the opposite strand, the complementary strand is called coding strand. Because the mRNA is the coding portion of protein synthesis, the same sequence is present in the complementary strand. So it is called coding strand. So this one is called the template strand of DNA. This one is called coding strand. Coding strand. In this unwinding process, an enzyme called RNA polymerase with the sigma factor, polymerase enzyme with sigma factor initiates the transcription, with the rho factor that ends with the elongation of mRNA, with the production of mRNA. So this mRNA is produced. The mRNA is produced. The genetic code inherent present over the DNA is transferred to mRNA. This process is called transcription. Transcription is the first step in the process of protein synthesis. The transcription. After the production of mRNA, you can see a sequence of codon. AUG, ACG, UU, CUG, number of codons, whatever may be the type of codon. Just you can read it, the codon in the mRNA. AUG, ACG, UUU, CUU, whatever it may be. So this message containing mRNA, the messenger RNA comes to the cytoplasm for protein synthesis. So in this protein synthesis, this mRNA is attaches itself with the ribosome. Especially in prokaryotes, you can see the 30S ribosomal subunit and also 50S ribosomal subunit. The larger subunit called 50S ribosomal subunit and the smaller subunit 30S. That forms the 70S ribosome. The mRNA attaches itself with the 30S subunit of the ribosome. The ribosome is called protein factory of the cell. Ribosome. The ribosome is structurally formed by protein and also rRNA. rRNA are ribosomal RNA. The rRNA or ribosomal RNA is also produced from DNA that forms a structural component of ribosome, which is called the protein factory of the cell. 50% protein is present, 50% rRNA. The rRNA also act as ribozyme, act as an enzyme. Okay, you can see a sequence of codon AUG, ACG, UUU, CUG, CUC, CCC, etc. Whatever the number of codon. So it comes and attaches to the mRNA. The mRNA comes and attaches to ribosome, mRNA, the messenger RNA, which carries the message from DNA. In this, at the same time, the amino acids are required. The amino acid, the senses, are the genetic code, senses the amino acids. So this same DNA also produces a type of RNA called tRNA. tRNA is also called a transfer RNA. It is also called transfer RNA. It is also called adapter RNA. It is also called the soluble RNA. It is known as the RNA present in the cytoplasm. The RNA it looks like a clove leaf. The model of the structure of RNA is called clove leaf model of RNA. The clove leaf model of RNA. Usually it is single stranded but folded at some places to produce the double stranded structure. So you can see the 4 different arms. An amino acid binding site. This arm is called amino acid binding site. To which the amino acid get attaches. Another site is present that is called the T site CR. It attaches with the ribosome during protein synthesis. The anticodon, an arm that is called it is also called T site C loop. So this one is the anticodon. Anticodon arm. The anticodon arm consists of a triplet of codon. Here we can see 3 nucleotide, which is complementary to the nucleotide present over mRNA. This nucleotide is complementary to nucleotide present over mRNA. If AUG is present, the complementary to A is T in DNA, but U instead of T. Uracil as the base in RNA. A complementary to A is U, especially in DNA, in RNA instead of thymine, uracil. Uracil is present, which is a complementary codon for uracil. Definitely adenine, A. G is present. Which one is a complementary codon for G? G codes with C, cytosine. So this UAC is an anticodon. So this is the anticodon R that contains the specific anticodon, which is complementary to codon present over mRNA. UAC is the anticodon. So unpaired bases are present along with this double stranded foldings of this tRNA. You can see certain unfold the single nucleotide and sometimes it get folded into double stranded structure. A loop called E, that is the dihydrouridine loop. Dihydrouridine loop is present with certain unpaired bases. So this loop is called dihydrouridine loop. Dihydrouridine loop. DHU. That is dihydrouridine loop. We can see an amino acid binding site, a T-C loop, an anticodon arm, and DHU loop, dihydrouridine loop. That is the structure of tRNA. A clone-leaf model of tRNA. This tRNA is produced by the DNA. It contains nearly about 80 bases, nucleotide bases. This is the smallest RNA found in the cytoplasm. It is in the form of soluble state in the cytoplasm. So it is also called soluble RNA. It is also called soluble RNA. tRNA is also called adapter RNA. Because it is called adapter RNA because it contains an anticodon R with a specific anticodon, and this anticodon specifies one more thing, that specifies the codon present over mRNA, and it activates the amino acid, inactive amino acid, and transfers the amino acid at the site of protein synthesis. So it is called adapter RNA because almost all tRNAs are very alike with all other structure, only the difference in the anticodon. 20 amino acids are present. 20 amino acids are coded by the tRNA that gets activated and transferred at the site of protein synthesis with the help of tRNA with specific anticodon. Only the difference is in the portion of anticodon. All other structures are very same in 20 tRNA. 20 tRNAs codes for 20 amino acids that transfers the different amino acid at the site of protein synthesis. But all other structure in 20 tRNAs are very similar except the anticodon portion, anticodon. Okay, so this dihydrouridine loop that activates the inactive amino acid into activated form by using amino acyl synthase enzyme. An enzyme called amino acyl synthase enzyme with the help of ATP. The inactive amino acid increases its free energy and gets activated, and activated amino acid attaches to the amino acid binding site of tRNA. Amino acid binding site of tRNA, it carries this tRNA carries this amino acid, the first amino acid. UAC is the anticodon, AUG is the codon. It carries an amino acid, that is the methionine. It transfers, it activates the methionine, amino acid methionine. It transfers at the site of protein synthesis. So we can see the transformation of this amino acid, activate amino acid at the site of protein synthesis. The first amino acid comes at the region of protein synthesis. So this amino acid is methionine. That codes for, so the AUG codes for methionine. Then the second codon, ACG. ACG is the second codon. Whatever, not only the ACG, in different process you can see different types of codon. Whatever the codon comes, the next codon comes, another tRNA which that is having the anticodon site with different anticodon that brings the amino acid, and this amino acid get attached with the previous one. The amino acid, the first amino acid get attached with the second amino acid by forming a peptide bond with the help of an enzyme peptidyle synthase. peptidyl synthase, it forms one more amino acid. When next codon comes, there is a relative movement of this ribosome and mRNA. A relative movement. The mRNA moves in this side, the ribosome moves in opposite direction. Just like stitching work, the tailoring work. It stitches. The AUG comes to the next side, the next codon comes to this previous one, and the next codon comes. So when more and more codon comes, the ribosome moves in this direction, and mRNA 5'3", 5'3", it runs in opposite direction. There is a relative movement of ribosome and mRNA. So in this, the new codon comes in this place, and the different tRNA brings different amino acid that forms a long chain of amino acid. This long chain of amino acid is called polypeptide chain. So the polypeptide chain is called the protein. The different polypeptide chain are more the polypeptide chain together form a protein that's having a specific function. All enzymes, all hormones, all structures are proteins. So that is the characteristic feature of each and every living organism. Each and every variations are created by the DNA. The message comes from DNA. So it stops. The protein synthesis stops at a specific point where a specific nucleotide is present. As I told you, the stop codon UAA, UAG, UGA are called stop codon. They are called nonsense codon that does not sense even any amino acid. In the sequence of mRNA, if any one of these three among these three codon UAA comes, anyone, then that stops the protein synthesis. The peptide chain cut off and get released from the site of protein synthesis from the ribosome. So this is called stop codon that terminates with the help of a releasing factor, a type of protein that releases, that stops the protein synthesis, that separates the peptide chain. So okay, but we can see some untranslated region, UTRs, at the 5 end or maybe at the 3 end, initiator region or after. So you can see some untranslated region, that is called UTRs. But the transcription takes place from AUG to stop codons. So AUG to stop codons. So okay, in the next video we have to discuss when the protein is expressed, how it expresses, how it controls the character. Is there any regulation in protein synthesis? So we have to discuss the regulation of protein synthesis in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for your time.